mean of the inheritance. So today we'll see the inheritance. What is meant by inheritance? So acquiring properties and the behaviors of the parent class into the child class. That is only mean of the inheritance. So what is it means? While I told you this thing, like while I told you the OOPS concept. That time I told you like every concept is based on the real life. So inheritance concept is based on the real life only. If we take the example, suppose we take one parent and one child. If you take the parent, some properties of the parent will be inherited into the child, like same hair, same eyes, or same different things. Okay, the same things will be appear into the child also. Whatever things which are present inside the father, something will be present inside the child. That is only called as the inheritance. Okay, acquiring properties and behavior of the parent class into the child class, that is only known as the inheritance. So what is meant by parent class and what is meant by the child class? The class which is inherited by the another class. Okay, the class which is inherited by the another class, that is known as the parent class, and the class which is inheriting the another class, that is called as the child class. If we take the example, this is the example. Here class A is a parent class, class B is a child class. So why I am telling this class B as a child class and class A is a parent class? Because this class A is inherited by the B class, right? The B class. So that's why I am telling this class B class which is inherited by the another class, that is called as the parent class. The class is inheriting the another class, that is called as the child class. To the parent class we can say that it is a super class also, and we can say that it is a base class also. Okay. To the child class we can say that it is a subclass or the derived class. Parent and the child. Okay, parent and the child, this is called as the inheritance. Means acquiring properties and the behavior of the parent class into the child class, that is only known as the inheritance. Okay, what is mean by inheritance? That is the code reusability. So what does it means? What is mean by reusability? Yes, no need to create again and again. We can use the same code multiple times. That is only known as the code reusability. Okay, no need to write code again and again. Suppose if we have one variable, if we want to use that variable multiple times, we can use that with the help of inheritance. No need to create that variable or the method again and again. We can reuse that code. Okay, so that is the advantage of our inheritance. Another is the method overriding. That this concept we will see inside the polymorphism. Okay, another one is disadvantage. So what is the disadvantage of the inheritance? Using inheritance, two classes get tightly coupled. So what is it means? What is meant by tightly coupled? Suppose this is a parent class and this is a parent child class. If I make any changes into the parent class, that changes will be reflected into the child class. Okay, if I make any changes into the parent class, that will be reflected into the child class. This is meant by the tightly coupled classes, and this is the big disadvantage of our inheritance. Okay, inside the inheritance we have a multiple types. First one is the single inheritance, another one is the multi-level inheritance, another one is the hierarchical inheritance, then multiple inheritance, and then we have a hybrid inheritance. In these types only three types is supported by the Java. That is the single inheritance, then multi-level inheritance, and the hierarchical inheritance. This concept, that is the multiple inheritance and the hybrid inheritance, is not supported by the Java, but we can achieve with the help of interface. Okay, hybrid inheritance and multiple inheritance is not supported by the Java, but if you want to achieve this inheritance, both the inheritance we can achieve with the help of interface. Okay, now we will see the first type of the inheritance, that is a single inheritance. In single inheritance, one class extends another class. Suppose if I want to inherit one class into the another class, how we will inherit that? So simply we have to use which keyword? As the extends keyword. Okay, we'll take the example. Suppose if we have two classes, class A and the class B. Inside the class A, multiple things are present, like multiple methods, multiple variables are present. When we inherit this class A into the class B, whatever things which are present inside the class A, that will automatically come into the class B. Okay, that will automatically come into the class B. That is only known as the inheritance. Means inheriting properties and the behavior of the parent class into the child class. That is only known as the inheritance, right? So here inside the single inheritance, what we have? Only one parent and the one child. That is only known as the single inheritance. We will create an example. Simple will come here, and we will create an example here. Suppose I want to do the inheritance example. I will create another package here. create new, and here simply I will create a package. I will write here which returns programs. Okay, I have created the package, and inside that I will create a class. So suppose I am creating a class B. How much classes we want? Class A and class B. So simply I have created the class B. Why I have created class B here? Many people getting error here only. So why I am creating class B here? Because I want to create a main method into the class B. Okay. So whatever name you have given here, whatever the file name you have given here, in that file only or in that class only, the JVM will find the main method. Suppose here b.java is there. Where JVM find the main method? Into the B class only. Okay, here is the test class, test.java. So where JVM will find the main method? Into the test class only. Suppose you are creating the B class, and here you are creating another class. Suppose class A. Okay. Inside that you are writing the main method. So JVM will say like that you don't have any main method, because where JVM will find the main method? Into the class B. Whatever file name you have, same class it will find the main method. Okay, whatever file name you have. What is the file name here? B.java. So where it will find the main method? Class B, inside the class B only. Okay, so suppose here we have a class B. I want to create a main method into the class B only, so that's why I have created here the class B. Okay, now here I am creating another class A I am creating. Okay, now inside the class A, suppose I am creating one method, public void, and the m1 I am creating simple. Here I am writing system.out simple A I am writing here. Okay, and same method I will create a here also one more method I will create here. Okay, system.out I will write here, and here I am writing B. Okay, inside the class A we have created the method which name m1. What is in another word? What we will say this one? This one, this one. Yes, yes. Identifier. Mohan said say right thing. Okay, Mohan is brilliant student. Okay, so this one is m1. Okay, okay, this m1 a b, these all are the identifier, don't forget this one. Okay, here inside the a class A we have created the m1 method, inside the class B we have created the m2 method. Now if you want to call that method, how we will call that? Simply we will create a main method here, and inside that what we will do? Simply we will call that method. How we will call the m1 method? Which class object we have to create? A class or B class? B class. Okay, new A I am creating here. B class or A class? Can we call this one method with the help of class A object? No? We'll try to create obj equals to new A. Okay? And with the help of this object, we will give the new A only. No? With the help of this object, can we able to call m1 method here? Can we able to call this m1 method? Because see, where this m1 method is present, in which class? A class. So if you create a class object, so we can able to call this method, no? Right? If you want to call this m2 method, which object we have to create? Class B. With the help of class A, can we able to call that? See, A dot m2 if I call here. So can we able to call this one? No, because this m2 method is present into the B class. What is the how much method present inside the A class? Only one method, that is the m1. And how much method present inside the B class? Only one method, that is the m2. With the help of B class we can call the m2 method. So how we will call the m2 method? New B class object we have to create, right? And with the help of B class object we can call the m2 method. So this is the simple thing only. Where is the inheritance here? Okay, if I run this one, so A and B will be print on the console, right? A and B is printing on the console. So see here, where m1 is present? Into the A class. If you want to call this m1 method, so how we will call that? With the help of A class only we can, with the help of A class object we can call this m1 method. If you want to call this m2 method, so how we will call that? Where it is present, in which class? B class. Inside the B class, so if we create a B class object, so then we can call this method, that is the m2 method. Now with the help of B class object, can we able to call the m1 method here? Can we able to call this m1 method here? Why? because m1 method is present inside the a class, so we cannot able to call the m1 method with the help of b class object. But suppose I am right, if I inherit this class into this class now. If you want to inherit any class, so how we can inherit that? We have to use simple extends keyword. Okay, we have to simply use the extends keyword. Now if I extends keyword here, extends a, so what will happen here? Whatever things which are present here inside the a class, that will come into the b class, right? Whatever things which are present inside a class, that will come into the b class. Whatever things which are present inside a class, what are the things which are present inside the a class? Only m1 method. This will be indirectly come into the b class. Now how much method which are present inside the b class? M2 and the m1 also. M2 and the m1 also. Now see, it is giving any error with the help of b dot m1. If I remove this one here, see, now it is giving the error because if you inherit that, so this method will indirectly come into the this method. That's m1 method will indirectly will come into the b class, right? This m1 method indirectly come into the b class. Now with the help of b class object also, we can call the m1 method because this is present here into the b class. Okay, anyone have any doubt here? A is the parent class. Which is the parent class here? That is the class A. And which is the child class here? Class B. Class which is inherited by the another class. Okay. Class which is inherited by the another class. So which class is that? That is the parent class, right? Parent class is the parent that class which is inherited by the another class. This class A is inherited by the B class. So we can say that this is a parent class. The class which is inheriting the another class. Okay. The class which is inheriting the another class, that is called as the child class. So B is a child class and A is a parent class. Okay, so if we extend the any class, whatever thing present inside this class, that will come into the child class. So here is the parent class, and from this parent class, it is inheriting all the things into the child class. So now indirectly this M1 come into the B class. Now inside the B class, we have M1 method also and the M2 method also. With the help of B class object, we can call M2 method as well as the M1 method. Okay, so this is the example of our single single inheritance. Okay, this is the example of our single inheritance. So what is it? This is the first type of inheritance. What is meant by single inheritance? One parent class is inherited by the single child class, that is called as the single inheritance. Single parent class is inherited by the single parent class, that is called as the single inheritance. Okay, now anyone have any doubt? Anyone have any doubt? Which keyword we will use to inherit the class? Extend. What is meant by parent class? Class which is inherited by the another class, that is called as the parent class. What is meant by child class? Class which is inheriting the another class, that is called as the child class. By inheriting class A into the class B, whatever things present inside the class A, that will come into the class B. So if we create the object of the class B, with the help of class B, we can call the class A method as well as the class B method also. Okay, now we will see the another one, that is the multi-level inheritance. So what is meant by multi-level inheritance? Inside the multi-level inheritance, one class is act as a child for the first class, then same class, that is same child class, is act as a parent class for the another class. So what does it mean? If we take the example, simple grandfather, father and this son. Okay, this is the first generation, here father and son. Then this son is act as a father for the another one. This is the first generation and this one is the another generation. Here this is the father and this is the son. Then this son is act as a father for the another generation. So this is meant by the multi-level inheritance. So what is in multi-level inheritance? One class is act as a child for the first class. Same class is act as a parent for the another class. That is only called as the multi-level inheritance. Okay, that is only called as the multi-level inheritance. For this first generation, which is the parent and which is the child? Which is the parent and which is the child for first generation? Class A is a parent and class B is a child. For another generation, which is the parent and which is the child? Class B is a parent and class C is a child. So we will make an example here. Simply, I will come here and I will delete this thing because if it remain this thing, so it will give you the error. Okay, right click on that and new, and suppose if I create a C. I am creating the C this time because I want to create a main method into this C. That's why I am creating the C. C. Okay. Now, how much classes we want here now? Three, three, four. You can declare. Five you can declare. No worries. Okay. It is not necessary to make you only three classes. Three, four, five. Any number of classes you can create. So I will create a three classes here. So first class we have, that is a class A. Okay. Another class we have class B, and another class we have, that is the class C. Right, simple. Inside the same class, same thing we will do. Simply we create a method public void m. I am creating here. Okay, system.out I will write, and here I am simply writing. I will copy this method and I will write into the. I will paste it here also. I will paste it here as well. Okay, nothing I did. Simple. I am changing the name. B. I am writing here, and here C, and here also I am writing M2. Sorry, M3. Okay, we have how much classes we have here? Three classes: class A, class B, and class C. Inside the class A method, we have M1 method, which is printing B. Okay. Inside the B class, we have another method, that is the M2, which is printing the B. And inside the class C, we have another method, that is the M3, which is printing C. Okay. Now, if I want to achieve the multi-level inheritance, what we need to do? We have to inherit class A into the class B, then class B into the class C. So indirectly see here, class A is inheriting into the class B. Means whatever thing which are present inside the class A, that will come into the class B. Right. After that, whatever things which are present inside the class B, that will come into the class C. Means class C is indirectly inheriting the class A. Right. Class C is indirectly inheriting the class A here. Right. Suppose this grandfather have the same eyes. Grandfather have this eyes which have father. This father having the same eyes of the father. Now his son also same eyes having the this father only. So what is the thing is happening here? Son has same eyes like his grandfather also. Okay. This C class C is inheriting the indirectly the class A. Okay, that is only meaning of the multi-level inheritance. Now we will create an example. What you need to do first? We have to inherit the class A into the class B. So we simply will come here, and how to write that? A into the class B. So what we need to write here? Extends A. One is done. First generation is done, right? Now another generation. That's the class B. We have to into the class C. So simple will come here. Class C extends B. Okay. Now see here. Inside the class A, how much methods are present? Which method? M1 method. Now inside the class B, how much methods are present? Right? Which are that methods? M1 and M2. Why? Because it is inheriting the class A. So whatever things which are present inside the class A, that will come into the class B. So inside the class A, we have a M1 method, so that will come into the class B. So inside the class B, how much methods are present? Which are the methods are present? M1 as well as the M2. Inside the class A, M1 method only, right? And inside the class C, M1, M2, and the M3, right? Now, if I want to call this one, how will call that? Simply create a main method. And with the help of objects, we can call that. So simply, I will try to create a first object here. That is the class A object. Okay. With the help of object, can we able to call M1 method? With the help of class A object, can we able to call M1 method here? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, I will call that one M1. Can we able to call this one M1 M1? Yes, no, because inside the class A, which method is present? M1. So we can call this method. If we create an object of the class A, so we can call this method, that is the M1. Suppose with the help of A class object, I want to call the M2 method. Can we able to call this one? With the help of A class object, if I want to call the M3 method, can we able to call this one? Because M2 is present inside the class B and M3 is present inside the class C. So we cannot able to call that. Okay. Now, we will create another object here. Okay, new D. Okay. So with the help of B class object, we are able to call M2 method. Yes, because M2 method is present inside the B class. Right? Now, with the help of B class, can we able to call M1 method? Yes. Why? Because we are inheriting class A into the class B. With the help of B class object, can we able to call M3 method? Because M3 method is present inside the class C, and we are not inheriting the class C, right? So now with the help of class C. Okay, so with the help of class C, can we able to call the first method? Sorry, can we able to call M3 method here? Yes. With the help of C class, can we able to call M2 method? With the help of C class, can we able to call M1 method as well? Yes. Because inside the C class, why we are able to call M1, M2 and M3? Because it is inheriting the B class. Inside the B class, how much methods are present? M1 and M2. That will indirectly come into the class C. So with the help of C class object, we can able to call M3, M2 and the M1. So what will be the output we will get? A, B, A, B. Okay. Okay. So A, B, then A, C, then G, B, A. Okay. So this is meant by the multi-level inheritance. One class is act for the child for the first generation. The same class is act for the parent for the another generation. That is only known as the multi-level inheritance. Okay. If you take the real life example, grandfather, father, and the son. So this is the example of our multi-level inheritance. Now another one is the hierarchical inheritance. Single parent having the two child. Okay, this is possible. Single parent having the two child, that is only known as the hierarchical inheritance. So how to create that? Simply, I will create a one. Here only we will create. So I will remove this extents from here, and here also I will remove this extents, and here I will remove this. Okay. Okay. So how much classes we have? Class A, class B, and the class C. If I want to achieve the hierarchical inheritance, how we will achieve that? We have to extend class A into the class B. Again, we have to extend class A into the class C. So how to extend that? Yes, extends extends A. Again, inside the class C, what we need to write? Extends A or B? Extends A. Right. If you write like that, then we will successfully achieve the hierarchical inheritance. Single parent having the two child. That is called as the hierarchical inheritance. So he simply will come here. Now inside the A class, how much methods are present? Only one. Which method? Inside the class B, how much methods are present? Which are that method? M1 and M2. Inside the C class, how much methods are present? Which are there? M3. Okay, now we will create an object simply. New T. Okay, with the help of A class, you will try to create an object. So A dot simply M1. Can we able to call this one? If I write here A dot M2, can we able to call this one? No, right? If I want to call A dot M3, can we able to call this one? Because inside the A class, only one method is there, that is the M1 method. Now we will see the another one. New B. Okay. With the help of B class object, can we able to call M2 method? Because M2 method is present inside the B class, right? With the help of B class, with the help of B class, can we able to call M3 method here? No, because M3 method is present inside the C class and we are not inheriting the C class, right? With the help of B class, can we able to call M1 method? Yes. Why? Because B A class is a parent class for the B class. Inside the B, A class, we have a M1 method. Okay. Now another one. New C. This is third class. C. C with the help of C class, can we able to call M1 method? Why? A is a parent class here. With the help of C class, can we able to call M2 method here? With the help of C class, can we able to call M3 method here? Yes. Right. Here also we can able to call M1 and the M3. So this is known as the which type of inheritance? Hierarchical inheritance. What is in my hierarchical inheritance? Two child and the single parent. Okay. One class is inherited by the many subclasses. That is only called as the hierarchical inheritance. Okay. In this example, what we say? Single parent having the two child. That is only known as the hierarchical inheritance. So these are the three types which are supported by the Java. That is single inheritance, then multi-level inheritance, and another one is hierarchical inheritance. Another one is the multiple inheritance. Inside this one, single parent having the two child. Yeah? Two parent having two child, one child. It is not possible. Right? It is not possible, right? That's why it is not supported by the Java. Okay. So here we have a three classes: class B, class A, class B, and the class C. Okay. Class A, class B, and class C. Many people not understand that joke. Okay. So here class A, class B, and the class C. Okay, so we have three classes here. Now we will try to achieve that one. How? Class A into the class C. Simple will come here. We will write extend class A. Again we have to extend class B into the class. Can we write like that? No, right? It is not possible. That's why it is not supported by the Java. Okay, it is not supported by the Java. Multiple inheritance means one class extending more than one class. That is only known as the multiple inheritance, and it is not supported by the Java. But if you want to achieve that, we can achieve with the help of interface. Okay, with the help of interface, we can achieve the multiple inheritance. Now another one is that is the hybrid inheritance. So what is meant by hybrid inheritance? It is also not supported by the Java. It is combination of the any two inheritance. First one, that is the first one. See here, what is this inheritance? One parent having two child. Hierarchical. Another one, two parent, one child. Just now we saw that, no? One parent and one child. Multiple inheritance. Okay. These are the five types we have. Which are the five types? First type is that single inheritance. Then we have multi-level inheritance. Then we have hierarchical. Then multiple, and then hybrid inheritance. What is meant by inheritance? Inheriting properties and behavior. Properties means is nothing but the variable. Properties means variable, and behaviors means the methods. Inheriting properties and behavior from the parent class into the child class, that is only known as the inheritance. Okay, that is only known as the inheritance. Suppose if you take the example here, see here, inside this one, this one, there is the single inheritance. Suppose here multiple variables are present, multiple methods are present inside the class A. If I inherit this class into the B class, so whatever things which are present here, that will come into the class B. That is only known as the inheritance. What is the advantage of our inheritance? There is the code reusability. We don't need to write code again and again. We can reuse that code. Right here also we did same thing. We don't need to write the same one method. If you want the same one method multiple times, we don't need to write again and again. Simply we will extend this class and we can use this method. Okay, simply we will extend this class and we can use this method. We use in the B class also, we use in the C class also. Right? It is the first advantage of our inheritance. And another one is the method overriding. It is promote the runtime polymorphism by allowing the method overriding. What is it means? That we will see into the polymorphism. Anyone have any doubt? Till now, anyone have any doubt? What is meant by parent class? Yes. The class which is inherited by the another class, that is called as the parent class, and which is the child class. Okay, it is only known as the child class. Okay, so that's it for today. Easy only inheritance. Easy or hard? We can create separate class also. I explained in same class only. If you want to create a separate class also, you can create. Okay. Class A you can create here. Class B, class C you can create like that, and you can create a program there also. It is easy. It is okay. Okay. You can separate. You can create a separate class from here also. Class A, then class B, and class C also. Okay. Easy only. Okay. So today's assignment is that you have to create a three programs like single inheritance, then multi-level inheritance, and then hierarchical. Three.